Hi, so today we will look at some words in English which can be quite confusing at times. So let me share the screen and let's get started. The first one, work versus job. Work versus job. So work, when we say it's a work, when it's a general activity, then we say it's a work. Job is a specific position. So let's say in a company you are working in a specific position, then we call it as a job. Okay. Example, I have a lot of work today. So I'll be doing lots of activities today. Then we say it's a work. However, I got a new job in IT. I got a new job means I got a new position in IT or in a certain company or somewhere. So that is a job. You get a specific position. Now comment below with a sentence each with one with work and another with job. Okay. Work versus job. Now let's move to the next one. Salary versus wage. Salary, fixed monthly pay. When you get a fixed monthly pay, then we call it a salary. When do we say wage? So that pay when it is in hourly basis or daily basis, then we call it a wage. Salary is fixed monthly pay. Wage may be hourly pay or daily pay. Then we call it wage. Okay. Example, he earns a higher salary. However, workers are paid daily wages. So generally you will find this in the blue collar workers. Many of them are working for wages also, right? So salary is when you get a fixed monthly payment, that is salary. But when you get the payment in, let's say, in an hourly basis or let's say a daily basis, then it's a wage. So make a sentence each with salary as well as wage. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Speak versus talk. Speak versus talk. Speak is formal. However, talk is informal. Example, he spoke at the event. He spoke at the event. Let's talk later. Let's talk later. So talk is more informal, speak is formal. Now make a sentence each with speak as well as talk. Okay. Make versus do. Make versus do. Make, when we are creating something, we say make. However, when we perform something, then we say do. When we perform something, we say do. Example, make a plan. So create a plan. Do your work. Perform your work. Complete your work. Then we say do your work. Okay. Make is when you are creating something. Do is when you are performing something. Okay. So make a sentence each with these two words, make versus do. The next one, big versus large. Big versus large. Big is more informal, large is more formal. Example, I have a big problem. This is a large scale project. I have a big problem. This is a large scale project. The next one, small versus little. Small versus little. Small, it is in terms of size. Little, we are talking about emotion or attitude. Example, a small room. In terms of size, it's a small room. However, my little brother. Now here you can see an emotion is involved. Okay, then we use little. Okay, we do the little things every day or we get little joy from doing these things every day. So that is more attached to emotion or attitude. And small is connected with size. End versus finish. End versus finish. End, stop. Finish, complete. Something is complete. Then we say finish. Example, the meeting ended means the meeting is finally over. However, I finished my work. I completed my work. The meeting ended. The meeting stopped. Meeting is over. Finish, I completed. I finished my work. Okay. So you are completing something. Make sentences. And if you have joined us for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, do like the video, and do share it with your friends, colleagues, relatives, neighbors, whoever wants to improve his or her communication in English. Okay. Learn versus study. Learn versus study. Learn when you gain knowledge. When you gain knowledge. Study is a process. It's a process. Okay. Example, I learned English means I'm gaining knowledge on English. Study, I study daily. It's a process. It's a continuous process. I study daily. Now make a sentence each with learn as well as study. And do make sentences. Comment with the sentences in the comment section. I'll go through your sentences. And if there are any mistakes, I'll definitely help you out to rectify it. Okay. House versus home. House versus home. House is a building. Home, it is more like an emotional place. Okay. Example, this is my house. This is my house. No emotion is involved here. It is just, I'm talking about a building. However, this feels like home. There is an emotional attachment here. This feels like home. So there is a subtle difference between house and home. House is more, I'm talking about the structure, the building. Home, it is more like an emotional place. Okay. So make a sentence each with house as well as home. Remember versus remind. Remember versus remind. Remember means to recall something. Remember means to recall something. Remind, make someone recall. Make someone recall something. Okay. Example, I remember him. I can remember him. I can recall him. However, remind me later. Remind someone. Remind me this thing later. So make someone recall something. Okay. That is remind. You make somebody recall something. Then we say remind. I want to remember this, or I have remembered this. This is about me. I can recall this. I want to remind him. It is about someone. I make someone recall something. Hear versus listen. Hear versus listen. Hear is more passive. Listen is more active. Okay. Example, I heard a noise. So there is a noise outside. I just heard it. I did not intently listen to it. I heard it. There was a noise that fell in my ears. That's it. Listen, listen carefully. This is more active. Listen carefully to what he is saying. Okay. Now make a sentence with hear as well as listen and comment in the comment section. I'll help you out. If you make any mistakes, I'll definitely help you out to rectify it as well. Look versus see versus watch. Look versus see versus watch. Look is your intention, how you are looking at something or someone. See is the result. And watch is ongoing. That is still going on. Example, look at this. Look at this pen. Look at this paper. Look at this channel. I saw him. I saw him. It's a result of something. I saw him yesterday. Watch the video. Watch the video. Means it is an ongoing process. Watch the video. Okay. So this is the major difference between look, see, and watch. Now comment below with all these words, look as well as see as well as watch. Remember, in English, there will be certain words which can be quite confusing, but once you have clarity on these words, you'll be able to speak better. Before we end, thought of the day, better words create better impressions. So start improving your vocabulary and it will help you excel in your communication as well.